Sioux City, 34 Sioux City.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. My name is Mark Panetta. I'm a Life Scout in Troop 62 in Saugus, Massachusetts. This here, Vitale Park, was my Eagle project, and for a second I'd like to explain to you what I did here and why it's important that I came here to do this project. Back in August, during my search, I said to myself, what do I want to do as an Eagle project? Because mind you, an Eagle is no small honor. One in about 4 boys in America who do scouting actually achieve the honor. So it's a big deal. So I said, what can I do now that we have 20 plus people in our troop that's going to be big and long lasting? Vitale Park was the answer. I walked this back in August with Peter Manoogian, and we saw all the problems that were here. The benches were rough to the touch, eaten away by the saltwater air. The walkway, you could take your hand and actually pick up one of the bricks right out of the ground. There was so little stone dust holding it together. And in fact, there were areas over there where you see that new retaining wall that were just completely fallen in. No bricks whatsoever. And it was just very strange to know that this park, which has so much importance to the town, has been allowed to fall apart like this. And so, working with Martorelli Construction, Aganis Construction, the town manager, and many more people, I have a thank you list which I'll bring out in a second, we were able to determine the best way in order to redo this park so that it would be safe to use, enjoyable for the town, and easily maintainable for the years to come. We started off by pressure washing everything. Came in one day, got all of the walkway done and all of the benches. We proceeded to paint all of the black metal on the benches, which took a lot of time because of all the detail, but that's all right. We stained all of the benches, this nice color you see, and made sure that they were all smooth to the touch. We came back with the walkway. We put new stone dust in the areas that needed it. We went in the corner where there was bricks but nobody could walk there and pulled them out so that way they matched the rest of the park, and filled in these areas that were empty. Along those areas, along the fence, we built 50 feet of pressure-treated retaining wall so that way it would never fall in again. And ultimately, the result is what you see here today. I am so thrilled on how this project came out. With the assistance of so many people, and especially my scouts, we were able to take something that had so much meaning behind it, and yet was in disrepair, and turn it into something worth being at again. And so, in order to honor those people who have helped me with this project, I have a list. I probably should have taken this in the first place. There were a lot of people involved with my preparation and planning. So many, in fact, that I had to have this list in order to thank all of them and not forget anybody. I work with Peter Manoogian, Aganis Construction, Martorelli Construction, Scott Crabtree, and town employees Jimmy Ruff, Ralph Martinez, and Al Faragi. These were the people who went with me and planned everything. We figured out what type of material to use underneath the bricks. We figured out what type of stain we could put on these benches so that way they'd be long lasting. During the project, there was a lot of people. I'd like to thank all of my scout leaders, John Kane, Mike Furbush, Mike Furbush Jr., Jimmy Hansen, Christopher Finney, David Craig, and Christopher Robinson, as well as the 15 scouts that were in attendance. But there were also a lot of people who weren't scouts that came, which I am very grateful for. The first off being my parents, Mark and Deborah Panetta. They were here almost every day. My dad coming to paint and stain with me. And then on the day of, working on this walkway. Very dedicated, and I thank him so much for that. My mother as well, being here whenever she could, helping out. It was awesome to actually see my mom doing all of this mulch with my uncle, Ralph Panetta. Also in attendance, we had Selectman Steve Holick, George Burbine, Mike DeBonis, Mark Martorelli, Matthew Martorelli, Billy Tedisco, Stephen Aganis, Peter Manoogian, and Bobby and Les Vitale. All of these people, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because we were able to take something in such far disrepair and turn it into something beautiful again. I'd now like to turn the mic over to whom I believe is speaking, Mr. Les Vitale.
I didn't actually know I was speaking, so I guess I will. I'll make it up as I go. But I can't thank Mark and his family and the town enough. When I came down, one of the former retired Saugus Police Department guys come up and tried to pickpocket me. And I turned around and it was one of my brother Harold's original partners. And over the years, we've heard many stories about who he was and what he represented. And I reconnected with Chris Petrich today again, and he started to tell me some more stories. And to stand here to see this, bringing back all those memories of everything that he did when he worked in the town, just means the world to us. And you know, as Mark, as a scout, talks about what this park, several times he said this park means a lot in its importance. And I can tell you, my brother Bobby and my brother Dick are here. You have no idea, unless you stand in our shoes, what this park means. I mean, this park is the place we come to. It's our opportunity to really think about Harold and reflect on who he was as our brother. Certainly, he was a police officer. He gave his life for the town. We know he did a great job at that, and ultimately gave his life for that. But he was really a great brother, a great human being, and a great person. And to stand and come here and stand here all the time in a park that's named after him, that we know will be here long after we're gone, that now looks like it did when it was originally dedicated back in 1991, 92. You know, we saw the whole park be constructed, and one concern we always had was, how long will the park look like it did when it was first built? And we weren't sure how much time, energy, and money the town could continue to commit to a public park. Sometimes they fall into disrepair. And we created a memorial fund to try to make sure that that never happened. So we play a very small part in trying to keep this park looking the way that it did. But whenever we got the phone call from Mark and he talked about the opportunity before him and why he chose this park, it really gave us a boost that, you know, this place is going to be like new again, and it was going to start really its second life. And you know, for 20 years we've been running a charitable golf tournament in my brother's name, and some of the money we raise has gone to kind of do this. And we felt at some point we would probably have to take some of that endowment and do what the Scouts and what the town did. So our endowment stays intact. We haven't had to use really a lot of the residual, the reserves, the capital reserves. We give out scholarships every year to high school students from Saugus and surrounding towns. It's great to know that that money can stay intact and continue to be used to help educate future generations, and hopefully some of those folks and some of the past scholarship winners get a chance to come down and enjoy the park that Mark and his scout team at 62 did such an amazing job putting back together, and, you know, making this place look like it did when it was first built. So, you know, it really is a great place for us to come to and reflect. It's just super beautiful place. When we see the guys in the department that worked with my brother and they came down, it gives us that chance once again to kind of think about them and reflect on them, and it's one of those things that just feels really good. And you know, a lot of people in the military services or police work, you know, many of them give their lives, and you know, the families are left back to try to figure out how to piece it all together, and some of them don't have something as pretty as this and a place to come and reflect. So we feel lucky. We feel like you know, I don't know why we were chosen, but we feel really, really lucky that we have this park, and that somebody like Mark came along at this point in our lives and has given us that boost, you know, for the next 20 or 30 years. So we can't thank him enough, and I can't thank everybody enough that came down. The town government has supported this thing from day one, from the idea of building the park and naming it after our brother, to, you know, when we were down at our park reception in June, Mr. Manugi and Mr. Horlick are always down here, came down and sort of stood behind this and gave it the momentum that it needed and backed Mark. So this stuff doesn't happen by accident. It happens because people care. And the reason why this park is here is to try to make sure that people don't forget my brother Harold, and show us that, you know, that they do care long after, you know, he's been gone. So it's been 25 years that he gave his life, but you know, the town didn't forget, and it allows us to never forget. And again, Mark has now put some icing on the cake of this whole thing, and we just can't thank him enough. So I appreciate all you coming down for that. Mark, thank you very much. Thank you.
A last note that I want to make, and I feel like this is very important. With the state that the park was in, it would be very difficult for a team not as big as mine, even if they were being paid in the time period especially, to come through and redo this walkway and go through these benches. But now that it's done, I'd like to say that we can now maintain Vitale Park on a regular basis. It is now easier to come through and refinish these benches maybe once or twice a year than it is to have to go in and completely sand them down, pressure wash, and refinish. So to everybody that came, all those people aforementioned and anybody else who I forgot, especially Scott. Scott, do you want to speak?
I just want to say that, first of all, to congratulate, to start with, is Mr. Panetta and Selectman Debbie Panetta for raising a wonderful, very ambitious son. I think that there's a lot of credit there, and the project that you've taken on and the accomplishment is just phenomenal. To not only excel as a scout, but to excel as a community member and as a member of Saugus, and taking responsibility and taking on tasks that are going to help the community. So congratulations. Secondly, the importance of the park, being a former police officer, I think that, with having Harold's memory here, this is something that's a tribute to what his dedication was to the town and in his memory. Being able to make that connection of revitalizing this park and this memorial and making that connection so that people can come and enjoy it and understand what it stands for was a great task by Mark and the Scouts. So I want to congratulate them and everybody that supported this project. So thank you very much on behalf of the town.
Good day. On behalf of the Board of Selectmen, I want to thank Mark for all his hard work. I know we worked also on the rail trail, cleaning the rail trail up, and on Hamilton Street, the whole Troop 62. You're doing a great job in town, and I want to thank the Vitale family for being here today. On behalf of Selectman Debbie Panetta and Stephen Horlick, who are with us today, I want to thank the entire Troop 62. Thank you.
I'm actually going to make this announcement because we do have a select few amount of people here. If anybody else would like to come up and say something about the park, whether it's a memory or something you would want to see, I would encourage you to come speak.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Deborah Panetta. I am Mark's mother. I am very proud of the work that Mark has done, as well as John Kane and all of the Boy Scouts from Troop number 62. We do have some town meeting members here today as well. We have Joya Ciccolini, we have Joan Fowler, we have Mr. Bazinski. Thank you very much for coming here. And I just want to again thank the Vitale family and thank Mr. Manugian, as well as Mr. Petridge, of course my husband. Mark's here with his grandparents, Ralph and Rita Panetta. The whole family is proud of Mark. We're proud of the town of Saugus. I thank our town manager for being here today as well. This is a very supportive town. I love Saugus, and I'm just so happy that we were able to give back, and my whole family just appreciates being part of Saugus. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I'm Selectman Steve Horlick, and I just want to thank Mark for the opportunity when he called me and he said on Saturday, what are you doing for the next 12 hours? I said, I guess I'm working with you again because we did the rail trail a couple months ago. So I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to come down here, work down here. I want to thank the Vitales. I want to thank Troop 62, who's been involved in so many other projects within the community itself. And as Mark had said, the main work is done. Now to come down here on an annual basis and just do a little bit of work here and do the benches once a year, this will last for many decades to come. So many people have moved into this town in the past 10 to 15 years and don't probably even know that this is even here. Now that we got the opportunity to redo this over, maybe they'll see it on cable TV and they'll come down here and take a look at this beautiful place, come down here, sit down, have lunch, watch the boats come in, and enjoy this for many years to come. Thank you.
Again, I want to thank everybody that came today. We do have some refreshments for you. And otherwise, thank you very much for coming. For the people who did assist in the project, I ask that you please stay and join me up here so that way we can take a picture for the papers. And otherwise, have a great day, everyone.
If I could get everybody come out here, stand behind the semicircle. Everybody, come on out. Everybody come out here. I want to do a nice group photo. Come on, that's everybody.
Hi, I'm Spencer Froyland here at the Meg Building. Apparently there's some kind of haunted circus out here, I don't know. This is my partner Danny.
I'm standing next to the only clown here.
That may or may not be true, but all together. Anyway, we're gonna head in here, see what this haunted circus is like. Yeah, there's a story behind it, but we'll find out soon enough.
All right, guys. Here's the deal.
We built a haunted house, we're building it, we didn't get it finished. So what we're gonna do tonight is, about 25 years ago, they had a haunted house in the basement. If you guys wanna, I'll take you down the basement, you can see what's left of the old haunted house. What do you guys think? You wanna go down there?
Yep.
And by the way,
Yeah. All right.
All right, you can see?
Yeah.
I don't know about your house, my house, they got a regular door, they got a big metal door here. So I don't know what they're trying to keep in. You guys ready to go in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh dear.
Step right in.
Yeah.
See in there?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I don't want anything getting out. Down.
Seems interesting.
Yeah.
Slimy. We have a magical crystal ball.
Wow. How you doing?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, I can't hear. Could you please repeat?
Is she real? Is she fake? Nobody can figure it out. What do you guys think?
Looks pretty real.
You think it's real?
Yeah.
Now, do you guys like clowns or you don't like clowns?
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's this great new product called toothpaste. You should try it.
All right, gentlemen, follow me.
All right.
Spencer's
You guys
hometown.
ready?
Yeah.
Stay in the middle. Nobody will touch you.
Okay.
Welcome to the freak show.
Okay.
Look right in, gentlemen.
Hello.
Get right into the middle.
Oh, wow. Oh, dear.
Fine. That was the last time. I'm not going to let you look at them. Step right in.
It's a little sticky.
All right, right through here. Look at all the effects. Look at everything.
Wow. Looks so 3D-ish, yeah. Wow. You never see this in television.
Reminds me of paintball or
know.
laser tag.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can see all the fine artwork we have on the wall. Good shot.
Ah, hello. Hi. Quite.
Ready to our operating room? Now, guys, just watch your step.
Man, I wonder if they need hands.
All right.
Welcome. Would you like to stay for a while?
No, I'm good.
Hopefully, this guy is not here because he's a creepy guy. I hope he's gone. I don't think he's here.
Hi.
How you doing?
Want to play?
Would you like to sit in my chair? Everybody that passes through my room has to sit in my chair.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
pretty comfy.
I'll sit in the chair.
Yeah, have fun.
Everybody that sits in my chair ends up like my friends.
Yeah. Out of here.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Eat this kid, it ain't cool.
Figure it out. What do you guys think?
Looks pretty real.
You think it's real?
Yeah.
Now, do you guys like clowns or you don't like clowns?
I love clowns.
You love clowns? You like the clown on that wall?